How do I fight back against Alex Belfield? 1. YouTube. You can fight back against Alex on YouTube. You can view, like and comment on videos about Alex Belfield, or subscribe to these new accounts popping up to expose him. To find videos, search YouTube for Alex Belfield, click the filters button and click upload date. Under sort by to get the most recent videos. To find channels, search YouTube for Alex Belfield, click the filters button and click channel under type to see relevant channels. Don't forget you can also join the bandwagon, create your own YouTube channel, or use your existing one if you have one, and create videos on the topic. You can use clips from Alex's channel, you can do a selfie vlog discussing it, or anything in between. 2. Twitter. If you wish, you can share videos and opinions on social media including Twitter. If using Twitter, you can use the username handle at Celebrity Radio and the hashtag Alex Belfield without spaces. You can also search by at Celebrity Radio and click the latest tab to see all conversations that mention Alex's Twitter handle and all Alex's replies to other tweets. You may wish to try your luck contacting at Team YouTube on Twitter, which sometimes yield results. You may wish to try PayPal through contacting PayPal support through at Ask PayPal. Whilst you are doing this, you might as well try Twitter at Verified, at Twitter, and at Twitter Support. You may want to tag an Action Fraud with at Action Fraud UK, the City of London Police Fraud Squad, a national focus against financial crime, at City Police Fraud, and Nottinghamshire Police, at Notts Police. There is also Alex's local police force Twitter, Notts Police Jedling, at Jedling Cops. Always look for the verified tick to prove the accounts are genuine. Facebook will not do anything. They pride themselves on being the world government, giving the US a run for their money. 3. Blackpool Theatre. Alex's only current show is scheduled for the 10th of September at the Joe Longthorne Theatre in Blackpool, formerly known as the North Pier Theatre. This is with Katie Hopkins. It is an absolute disgrace that a theatre that now bears the name of a local legend, Joe Longthorne MBE, no longer with us, is hosting two controversial figures that incite hate, with a history of doing so. If you wish to complain about them hosting a convicted serial stalker that is about to be sentenced just days after this event, feel free to contact the box office on 01253 623304. Alternatively, you may wish to ask Geraldine of the Joe Longthorne MBE fan club at the following email address: geraldine.jlfc@gmail.com. Keep in mind that this fan club has nothing to do with the theater. There is no point being aggressive, just be assertive that you find it appalling that the theater is hosting Alex's and Katie's show. 4. PayPal. If you have paid money to Alex, follow the formal PayPal procedure into getting the transaction reversed. They may or may not be helpful. Don't forget to include information on Alex requested this information from you to cover his legal fees, and instead he presented himself in court and lost. It may help to say you since found out he had a GoFundMe account shut down due to fraudulent activity. If you haven't donated, follow the video link in the description on how to report his PayPal.me links. 5. Police in Action Fraud. The police in action fraud will not be helpful if you are not a victim. We reported him for fraud a year ago, but the police weren't interested without a transaction. Since then the trial has concluded, so the case is much stronger, and shortly his account should be filed. If you have donated money to Alex, digitally or through the post, contact the police and action fraud. The more people who report this, the bigger case there is. 6. Newspapers. Alex Belfield made a lot of his income from selling stories about people to the press. If you have a story on Alex, you can too. You don't even need to sell a story. Tip-offs may help a journalist form a story. 7. Phone his show. As tempting it is to phone him up live and call him a cunt, don't bother with this juvenile approach. Phone him up asking him where the money is. His current number is 0115 6500 103, but always check, as this can change each live show. Ideally, you want to trick him into thinking you are a cult follower, talking about a common topic, and as soon as he is going in for a drink, switch it up to ask him the questions you need to know. He is barely a celebrity, so don't get shy or awkward. That is common of prank callers, which you are not, and he will have clocked you before you began. Alex is experienced with phone-ins, so he picks up on common mistakes some people make. Don't forget he has control over the incoming calls. He can cut you off or mute you. He also has your phone number, which he has been known to leak out. And he is a convicted stalker. He won't accept private or withheld calls. Ideally, get a new number to phone him with or use an online service. Never use your landline. 8. The Lambly. The Lambly is not just a local pub where Alex sometimes film it. They allow him to use their address to receive checks and bank notes on the regular, and the landlady is in the background as Alex looks through them, presenting them to his viewers, often showing him holding checks and various denominations of bank notes, and on the odd occasion coins. They cannot be unaware that Alex is using their address to receive money. Someone, could be the landlady, an employee at the pub, or Alex, goes through mail and writes the amounts contained on the back of the card or envelope. They have no real clue where the real source of money is coming from and whether it is proceeds of crime. You need to be registered with the HMRC to offer address services and need to know your customer before you can be an official address or provide mailboxes. This effectively means ID. This comes under the anti-money laundering regulations. It is not illegal to receive checks in the post or money, however. The government deems it suspicious should someone not use their own personal address or company address to do so. A pub is definitely quite a dodgy venue to do this, as such money doesn't relate to a booking at the pub, so there is no real reason to choose it. You can try phoning the pub 0115-931-3085 to question this arrangement. Perhaps you want to check if it is the correct place to send Alex a gift or money. Maybe you want to know whether he personally collects such money or it gets forwarded on to him. 9. Contact the court. If you have vital information to make the court aware of, perhaps regarding Alex's bail conditions, phone them on 0115-910-3551 or email inquiries.nottingham.crowncourt@justice.gov.uk. 10. Contact his bank. Alex Belfield also received monies to his bank account. Sort code 230580, which is Metro Bank. Account number 426-480-43. Metro Bank's fraud number is 03450808-500. This is intended for customers only, but you may be able to get through to talk to someone. Alternatively, visit their website and make a written complaint.